Right then guys, Lambretta Vlog Time. I've passed my bike test, so hip hooray. I had my test a couple of days ago on Wednesday, Jesus. On Wednesday, it's now Friday. So I passed the test. I didn't bother sort of telling anyone about it, really. And I wasn't going to mention it to you guys, just on the off chance that I didn't pass, and it had just been like more pressure, really. Unnecessary pressure on myself. So I just sort of went and did it. So the good news is I passed. I did have some minors, one of which I'm probably doing right now, following too closely. I did that twice and he had to give me 2 minors for it. But it was wet as well, which was different, I suppose, so I was leaving plenty of room, but because it was wet I had to leave a staggeringly large amount of room for the car in front, you know, for the stopping distance and stuff, which, yeah, fine, absolutely fine. Can't argue with it. The guy knows what he's doing. He's the pro, so whatever. One thing I do find though is that when you leave a massive gap, cars just pull out in front of you into the gap all the time. But that's just another story. So let's not worry about that. And the other one was something about road positioning at one point, like poor positioning for some reason. I think it was on a roundabout, sort of cutting across the roundabout rather than following the roundness of it all. And one other one, which I'd have to look at the thing to remind myself. So anyway, 4 minors, which isn't great. It's not a clear, clean pass, but it is a pass, so that's all that matters. So I've rung the insurance company and told them that I passed my test, and that I've upgraded the engine on this, wink wink, to 200. I've said I passed my bike test the other day, so I'm a full rider now, full biker, and I've had my engine converted to a 200cc. But apparently I couldn't do that until I'd informed the DVLA. The guy straight away goes, "Have you informed the DVLA of the changes to the vehicle?" And I went, "No, I've totally forgot." So I've got to do that first. But I thought rather than do that now, I'll come out for a ride on scooter instead. So I just whipped the L plate off the back. I didn't have one on the front anyway, took that off ages ago. So I took the one off the back and come out on it, because the weather's something like fine, so, well, it is fine, look, it's not raining, so there you go. A little bit chilly, tiny bit of mist over in the valley down here, and I'm hoping it's not misty rain. But we'll soon see, because I'm going to go all the way out there, just for something to do. Friday afternoon, everyone's at work, I'm out doing this. So there you go. So I'm totally buzzing, totally pleased with myself. I was shitting it, I'll tell you now. I'm sure people will say, "Oh, it's a piece of cake and that, I wasn't bothered at all," but I don't know. I don't mind telling you I was shitting myself. Could barely sleep night before and everything. Oh, and the other thing was, I was out on a lesson the day before the test, like to properly brush up just, the day before. And when we were out and about, sorry, that sounded a little bit funny then. Whilst we were out and about, we stopped for a cuppa, and this other biker guy looked at the bike I was on, this Suzuki, and goes, "Mate, you've got a screw in the back tyre." And I looked, and sure enough, it was indeed a screw in the back tyre. I'm going to go left here, on a bit of a country ride. High Hoyland, let's have a look. Oh, we've definitely been down here before. So anyway, he goes, "Yeah, there's a screw in your tyre." I thought, "Oh shit," because this was like the Tuesday afternoon, about 2:30 in the afternoon. So the window of opportunity of getting it repaired was fairly slim. So anyway, we sort of got back to the test place, well, the riding school place, which incidentally was called Bumpy. Shout out to Bumpy. Got back there, and he was going to try and get the mechanic to get it repaired, but he said in the meantime I might have to do it on a totally different bike, and I thought, oh Jesus. So he wanted He wanted me to do it on he said there was a possibility, sorry, that I'll have to do it on this this one called a diversion. I was on a 650 Gladius, right, and this other one is it was a Yamaha diversion, which is a totally different thing, and it had like a fairing and stuff around it, so it was totally different to ride, totally different engine. Fucking hell, deceptive is this? It's just a really massive long hill. Scooter's towing a bit on the long hills. So yeah, so I had to go out and ride on this diversion to see how it went and see if I could ride it and what have you. So I could, but it just was a totally different machine, and I wasn't best pleased anyway, and that just added to sort of the worry that I was having. But the guy did say, he goes, I'll try my best to get it repaired for you for tomorrow. That was a little bit deadly. So he said I'd get it repaired for tomorrow if possible, and I'm thinking, please, please, please. So anyway, turned up the next day, and it was there. It was out on the, parked outside the thing, on the driveway, so it must have been, I'm going that way. I've never been that way, I do know that. So it was outside the riding school when I got there. So I was dead chuffed. But I also thought to myself, Jesus, if I do fail now, it's all my fault. I can't blame the bike or anything like that. But anyway, so the bottom line is, I'm now a proper biker. I nearly said then. I'm now a full motorcycle license holder. I'm not a proper biker. I'll never be a biker, I don't think. I'm just a man. I think that building straight down there is the sculpture park, Bretton Sculpture Park and what have you. They've got Henry Moore, statues and shit. Sculptures, bloody hell. And that, been there. Right, so that's all I wanted to let you know. I just wanted to give you an update and inform you of the happy news that I have passed my test. I'm on with the other scooters and I'm getting them sorted as quickly as I can. My engine's in for welding and all that, so when I'm on with that I'll do another workshop vid. I think it'd be nice to have some workshop vids now and again to show you what I'm doing with that, because I think some of you like to see what I'm doing, I hope anyway, so that's what I'll do. When I'm doing out significant, I'll video it, which in all honesty doesn't always work out like that, because when I'm doing some stuff, especially stuff if I know it's quite tricky, I don't want to sit and do it with my helmet on and try and explain what I'm doing too much, because it doesn't always go to plan, so I'd be constantly starting and stopping, and I've got to actually do the job in hand. But some other stuff, some of the more basic shit that I've done 1,000,001 times, we'll get some more vids on, and at least I can show you what I'm doing and try and explain what I'm doing. Right, anyway, enough's enough. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for the continued support and all of that. And subscribe and what have you if you haven't already done so. I think that's a paintballing thing down there as well. It's all out here, isn't it? Definitely in country because it smells of shit. Of manure. Right, I'm off.